If your food don't make you dance, you ain't do it right. Here's proof. Oh, he's dancing.
They're good.
What people say they don't know about you and me. Put it out your mind, cause it's jealousy. They don't know about this here. We pay for chasing, yeah, we own it. Own it, own it. We're riding out into the morning, yeah. We pay for chasing, yeah, we own it. Own it, own it. We're riding out into the morning. We riding out into the morning.
Hi, and welcome back to CandyC in the kitchen. Today I'm going to be making my famous macaroni and cheese. I'm not sure why it's so famous because I make it different every single time. So I have the ingredients here. I already cut up some Cheddar and Monterey Jack cheese. I have heavy whipping cream, whole milk, evaporated milk, butter, jalapeno cheddar cheese, velveeta cheese sauce, mild cheddar cheese, cheddar and Gouda cheese. You can always use whatever kind of cheese you want to use, mix it up, try it out, see how it works. I've never done this particular mixture before, so it's all new to me as well. And then the type of macaroni noodles that I already have in the pot is the large elbow macaroni. For some reason, I like the larger ones better than the classic elbow macaroni. I don't know why. I just like them bigger. You cannot cook without winspiration. If you care to know, Capriccio. I diced up the whole block, but my kids and my husband just ate out the bowl, so half of that's gone. And then I'm only going to use a little bit of each one, just enough to get my cheese roux the way I want it. So while I was waiting for the noodles to boil, I was on E. So what's next is I drained my noodles. I'm going to put this into the pan that I want the macaroni and cheese to be in. And I sprayed this with cooking spray already. So I'm just going to put this in here. It kind of cooled off because I waited so long. So I put this in here. Once I do this, I'm gonna start on my roux. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the stove to medium with my empty pot. And I'm just gonna break up the noodles here because they cooled down.
Get out of my ears.
I'm gonna bring this over here. And while the pan is heating up, what I'm going to do is put some butter into the macaroni noodles. The butter kind of got soft. I'm going to season the macaroni noodles with some garlic salt. I don't like bland food. Season to taste. So butter and garlic salt or whatever season you have with the noodles. And then I'm going to also mix in some shredded cheese in here. I'm going to use the cheddar and Gouda just because I feel like it. The velveeta cheese. I'm going to spread some on the noodles now. Alright, now we're going to do the roux. For the roux, you need flour, butter, evaporated milk, heavy whipping cream, cheese, regular milk. The roux cooks really fast, so you have to make sure you have everything ready. So I have everything opened already so I can just go. And when I mix my roux, I personally like to use a whisk. That way it evens out the cheese more. Equal parts butter and flour.
Wink, 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 wink. Wink, 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 wink.
Courtney.
Here, Mommy. When you this right? Thank you, Mommy.
It's so easy to burn a roux, so you have to stand by it. And you do this, you mix it until it doesn't have that floury taste to it. Next is the condensed milk. This is just for richness, thickness, creaminess.
Daddy, you're gonna break the flour in the eat your food.
So I don't have any measurements with this. And it all depends on how much macaroni you're trying to make. So I look at how much macaroni I have, and then I gauge it. So heavy whipping cream is the same texture, thickness, creaminess. So we're going to stir this until it gets a little thick. So I'm not going to use the milk, I'm going to put it back. Now when I start adding my cheese, if I feel like the roux is too thick, then I may add the milk to thin it up a little bit. But right now, I don't need the milk. So the main ingredient that's for the thickening agent of the roux is the flour. So once you get your pan hot, you add the butter, and then you add equal parts flour, roundabout equal parts flour. And then once the flour and the butter kind of like comes to a boil or a consistency where you know it's not going to have a floury taste, then that's when you add your milk. So you can either use just milk You can use evaporated milk. You can only use heavy whipping cream. It's up to you. It all depends on how creamy, how thick, how cheesy you want your macaroni and cheese to be. But if you want your macaroni and cheese to look like mine, you use all three. So if you look how, you see the consistency there? Because I know how much macaroni noodles I have, I'm gradually adding this so that I can gauge the texture. If I just add all of it at one time, I may add too much, and you can't add flour at the last minute. So that's why it's important to know how much you need to make beforehand. So this is kind of a cool thickness. So I'm gonna go ahead and start adding cheese. All of it. The jalapeno cheddar. Not everybody likes spiciness, so yeah, I'll be gentle and I'll add just 7 squares, because they already come pre-cut. It's pretty cool. While you wait for the cheese to melt. So you can tell this is already going to be too thick, right? That's going to be too thick, right?
Is it?
Yep.
Daddy, I ate some of my spinach.
You all done eating?
I ate a little spinach.
All right.
Let me see you eat it.
I just ate it. You're a parent.
Heavy whipping cream is a lot thicker than evaporated milk. Really thick. So I'm just going to add the rest of the evaporated milk. I'm going to add a little bit more whipping cream. And then if it's still too thick after that, I'm just going to add milk. Because next week I'm going to make more mac and cheese, so I kind of want the whipping cream too for that one. You can even use almond milk, unsweetened. I've done that before.
That's a dark chocolate Reese's.
See that? So now I'm gonna add some cheddar cheese to give it that cheddar taste. You can use sharp cheddar. Like I said, you can use whatever you want. You don't even have to use shredded cheese. You can use all block cheese. While I'm waiting for this to melt a little bit, I'm going to add some onion powder.
Okay.
I'm going to add some seasoning.
I'm watching you drop that thing, the whole thing. It's not even a drop. Look at this.
I'm going to add some ground mustard.
Huh? That's it.
Only because my mom used to always add ground mustard to her macaroni and cheese. I don't even know if it really does anything. But my mom used to do it, so this is really thick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call, you know, we had kids for a reason, right? Christina, give me the milk, please.
They're still in Halloween candy.
No, it's for my dessert.
See how thick it is?
Which milk? Okay.
See that?
Yeah. Oh, that looks so like.
when you cook it and you actually put it in the oven, which I'm not going to do tonight, it binds together more and it gets a little thicker.
It coordinates.
So it's okay to have a little extra sauce. I'm going to taste it to see if I need to add any more cheese or any more seasoning.
Look at this. Oh, it's a Milky Way bar.
It needs more cheese. It doesn't have a cheesy taste like I want it to have. So I'm putting in more cheddar cheese, more jalapeno cheddar cheese, just 3 more,
I ate the last big one.
and a little more milk because more cheese means thicker.
Look for all the sticks and find out which one is the big one or not.
And I still have my heat on semi-medium. I'm gonna add a little cayenne pepper.
Ew. Where's the big lollipop? I ate them all.
I'm gonna add a little bit of nature seasoning. And I'm gonna add garlic pepper seasoning. Just because it all sounds good.
Wait for milk to cook. Go in the dark. Is that dark? To go in the dark. It's not good.
I'm actually gonna turn the heat
Oh,
on.
that has marshmallows.
So I'm gonna add some garlic powder and a little bit of salt.
I don't know, Corey. How about you take it?
And it's all seasoned to
What I
taste.
should eat.
So what I may add, you may not add.
Something big.
Put it in my hand first so I don't over salt it.
Maybe not. No. Take a lollipop.
So the roux is finally done. I actually thinned it out a little bit because it's going to get thicker when it cooks in the oven. So I'm going to bring my pan over. And then we have the velveeta cheese in here and the shredded cheese in here that's also going to like melt together too. So it'll be cool. So we pour it. And then we're gonna refrigerate it for tomorrow. So we'll pour a little bit more roux. Usually at this point, I top it with more shredded cheese before I put it in the oven. But because I'm not putting it in the oven until tomorrow morning, I'm going to wait until it's at a warm state to top it with cheese. So I'm going to put it in the oven on 350 for about 20 minutes. And then I'm going to top it with shredded cheese. And then I'm going to put it in the oven again for another 20 minutes. And then I'm going to put it on broil for 5 minutes to brown up at the top.
Daddy, I'm tired.
Like, I'm going to go ahead and taste it right now to make sure that it's going to be good. Because however it tastes right now, that's how it's going to taste when it's hot.
It's just a good example of what it's gonna be like.
If your food don't make you dance, you ain't do it right. Here's proof. Oh, he's dancing. How it taste?
Tastes good. It's real flavorful. It got a lot of different levels and creamy.
Jeff actually wants some macaroni and cheese tonight, so I'm going to prepare some in another container. This is exactly how I'm going to do it tomorrow when it comes time to cook it. But I'm going to top it with cheese now because I'm taking it to my grandma's house tomorrow. And it's going to go in her oven, so I can actually top it now. So it's the mild cheddar cheese that I'm putting on top. Mixed with the cheddar Gouda.
That should be yummy.
So I'm putting in the oven tomorrow on 350 for about 30 to 40 minutes. And then to prepare ours for tonight.